Hey guys, Isaac here at home. Wanted to continue our lessons since we are kind of having to homeschool the kids. So for those of you that are doing that, if you'd like to tune in here, I'd let some people hop on and we'll talk a little bit about rainbows. Monday, somebody had asked last week, I'm just kind of going back to my page, and a lot of people had left some comments about what they'd like to see covered, and one person mentioned evaporation. And so Monday, we covered evaporation. And today, we are going to talk about rainbows. How they form, why the colors are the way they are. And then specifically that person asked about double rainbows, so we'll talk about how they form as well. And that'll be it. So this will be a short video. It's 11:15 on a Wednesday late morning. And we've got some folks on here. And if you'd like a science topic covered in the future, we're going to be doing these for the next several weeks, I believe. And so if you'd like a science topic covered, leave it in the comment section and I will make a note of it and hopefully get to it at some point. So we've got some folks on here. Also, if I look a little brighter, I brought a TV light home. So that's why I'm using TV lighting, because I've been doing the weather from home. So Joe, I guess I look like I have the corona. Wow. Okay. We'll move on from that. So we're going to talk about rainbows today. Why they form, how they form, and all that good stuff. All right, here we go. So basically, light from the sun enters a raindrop. The raindrop has to be in the air. So this basically happens right as it stops raining, because there's still, even though it may not be raining over your head, there's raindrops still in the air. And basically, as light enters that raindrop, it basically bends as light passes through the raindrop. The light bends, and as that bend happens, it causes the colors to separate. And the reason that the colors are separated in this way, if you've heard the term Roy G. Biv, red is at the top, and then we end with violet. So Roy, R, O, orange, Y, yellow, G for green, B for blue, I for indigo, and V for violet. Again, that is the reason that the colors are separated that way, because red has the longest wavelength and on the visible spectrum, and violet has some of the shortest wavelength. And so that's why the colors are oriented that way. And here's the thing that I don't think a lot of people realize sometimes, that you just kind of get caught up in the moment and you don't really realize, but it is always opposite the sun. So when we are in the evening hours, we have a summertime thunderstorm go through, 5 or 6 o'clock, you always are going to see the rainbow with the sun at your back. So the sun will be behind you, because its light has to pass through that raindrop. So that's why it's always opposite the sun. You're never going to be looking directly into the sun and see a rainbow, because it's physically not possible. So that's kind of slide number 1. Slide number 2 is talking about the best viewing conditions. So it's, as I mentioned, it's best viewed at sunrise or sunset, because think about it. If I'll turn this around. Hi. If it's at noon, the sun is directly over your head. So there's really no favorable position for its light to kind of pass through, because basically it's kind of at its highest angle. And really we need the sun's light to hit more of it at a perpendicular angle, I guess, to the raindrop. So yes, Chan, good point. It's always the east-facing rainbow, except if it's in sunrise, and then it's to the west. That's why it's not always to the east. Okay, so I don't have a number. I'm making this up. 98%, I'm sure. Most rainbows, we'll keep it at this. Most rainbows are always going to be east-facing, but there are going to be a few that are west facing because, again, it's always opposite the sun. If you have bigger raindrops in the sky, the rainbow is going to be a deeper color. The colors are going to be vibrant and brighter. If the raindrops are smaller, the color is not going to be as pronounced. So you really want some big raindrops, 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, to get that really deep color. And occasionally, there will be some double rainbows. Let's talk about those. What causes a double rainbow? Well, that same reflection happens in the raindrop, except it's done a second time. And as that second time happens, the colors are actually reversed. And if you've never noticed this before, pay attention next time because it is so cool. It's going to be less intense than the first one because it's coming at a different angle. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the normal rainbow. Notice how it's the initial one, it's brighter, right? Okay, well, the second rainbow is always, the double rainbow is always going to be less intense. And look at the colors. Do you see? They're actually reversed. So this one, instead of Roy G. Biv, follows, it goes Roy G. Biv in the other direction. It's still in the same direction, they're just flipped. So whereas red is on top for the original rainbow, violet is on top with the double rainbow setup. These are obviously pretty rare, but it happens, you know, I would say even fairly occasionally, especially during the summertime storm. And again, what causes this? It's basically, I don't want to say it's not known. It just is. It kind of happens. I can't really tell you a specific setup in the atmosphere that can favor a double rainbow or not. It just sort of, you know, happens, and it depends on the sun's light, and again the raindrop characteristics, and that sort of thing. So that's a quick little tidbit on rainbows. Again, I'm going to keep going back to my post last week on my page to kind of continue looking at different ideas. And if you're watching this and you want a specific topic covered, earthquakes, for example, volcanoes. Now, technically, those are covered by geologists, but by default, I am, I guess, the station scientist. The weather team is, of course. So anything you'd like covered. Fronts were mentioned. We'll be covering those. Air masses, for example, just regular thunderstorms, lightning. I mean, there are lots of science topics out there. And if you want something covered, please leave a comment, and I'll be rereading those on this video throughout the day, and I'm making notes. Billy Sue, love to see it. Love to see you noticing that. And tornadoes, common one, so we'll certainly cover those. And I'm happy that Shawanda teaching the little ones about this in homeschool. Love it. Y'all, these times are crazy, right? This virus is really messing up our routines, and we're, you know, trying to do our part in social distance and all that. And part of that, you know, with the schools closed, so we got to still teach the kids somehow or another. So, we here at the weather team, we're just going to continue to try to do our part and kind of help you with that. So with that, we'll let you go. I told you this would be short, less than 10 minutes. So show this video to the kids and even adults. Hopefully you learned something. So yeah, yay rainbows and yay science. We will see you later. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Enjoy the nicer weather that's to come. Bye.